How hard should the Chiefs go for the three-peat? All of these last 2 years, I've heard people tell the Chiefs, talk about how the Chiefs should kind of mortgage their future to get a wide receiver. They owe it to Mahomes. And the point that Chiefs fans have been saying, or namely, Nick Wright, probably the most known Chiefs fans at this point, he's basically saying, I would understand that if Mahomes was like 33, 34, 35, and he mortgaged the future down the line 5 years. When Mahomes is 40, he might be retired. That's why you do it, because cap is real. It doesn't just go away. You just keep pushing it back, and then if you have, it's kind of what the Saints did. They pushed it back because they thought that Breeze could win one at the end of his career, and unfortunately he couldn't win one. But so now they're kind of playing catch up, but it doesn't matter because Breeze is gone. He's retired. They knew that their best chance at getting a Super Bowl was with him. Basically, what Nick Wright was saying is, we still got Mahomes for like 10 plus years, hopefully. So when are you going to kick? He's still going to be here when that cap is due, If you push the cap 4 or 5 years, he's going to be like 32, 33 at the time. 2 years ago, this year, when people were saying that. So it doesn't really benefit Mahomes to, get that big wide receiver, push the cap down the line, to go all in right now, because he's still going to be in his prime, or he's still going to be a really good quarterback when that cap is due in a couple years. And it makes sense. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, that's very smart thinking. Like, you just got to play the cap smart as you go, because his prime is so long. You don't want to mortgage your future when he's still going to be there. But now that they've won 2 in a row, how important is this three-peat? Because, there's a lot of conversations about how many rings does Mahomes have to win for him to pass Brady as a GOAT. Some people are saying, he needs to get to 7, especially since Brady beat him twice in the playoffs, once in the AFC Championship, once in the Super Bowl. Others would say he's playing so good, the eye test, this is the best we've ever seen. 50 touchdowns his first year as a starter, 3 championships in 4 or 5 years. He's the best to ever do it. He only needs 5. There's a lot. So the public isn't aligned with the same beliefs on how many he needs to, really pass Brady as the GOAT. But one thing that will help him is a three-peat. It's never been done before in the NFL. And I think if he gets a three-peat, then it really bolsters his claim to be the GOAT. First to ever do it. You can't. People might replicate it. It might happen again, but you can't ever be the first one to do it. So is it worth mortgaging your future now? Obviously, individual Super Bowls, nah. Like, let's just play it out. But if we have history on the line, three-peat is in sight. You can see the three-peat. It's right there. It's in your grasp. Should the Chiefs kind of maybe mortgage a little bit of their future cap to be able to bring in a wide receiver? Maybe keep Jones, their defensive player, keep everyone there for the three-peat. Like, is it worth maybe, borrowing a little cap from a couple years down the line to really go for this three-peat? Obviously, they've won 2 in a row. Even if they don't do that, they might still do it. Even if they don't mortgage their future, they might still do it. That's how good their defense is. Mahomes is, Andy Reid, and Kelsey in the playoffs. So they might not have to do it, but as Chiefs fans, would you mortgage maybe 10, 15% of the cap in a couple years to go get a wide receiver and really, like, Vegas has you as number 2. Keep that in mind. Vegas has the Niners as the favorites to win the Super Bowl next year. Would you mortgage a little bit of the future to go get a true number 1? That's the question. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that one because, they've won 2 in a row without, a top wide receiver, but a top wide receiver would put the Chiefs, right up there as, like, their chances will go way up to get that Super Bowl. We'll see how it plays out. I think I would personally do it. If I'm Mahomes, I would probably ask for it. I'm like, bro, we got to go for this three-peat. I know we have a great team. We could probably still win it without, doing that. But let's just raise our chances to do this three-peat, this historic three-peat. I would be like, come on, give me T. Higgins real quick. I don't know. I think I would do it, though.